And welcome back to Worsley Bees. Today is April 30th. On the 21st of April, I inspected this colony and it was really strong. And there's a drone bee right there. It was really strong and they needed either more space or splitting. So I decided to do a split. So actually what I did was I added some honeycomb up here, which had lots of honey and stores and open comb, and then on this one I added open comb and stores to the bottom box, and then the brood is up here, and in the bottom the brood is down here. I think I said it reversed when I did the video, but I intended to put the open comb and stores down here and the brood up top, and I forgot, but I did do it here. Anyway, so it's been 7, 8, 9 days, whatever it's been, 21st to the 30th. And so what I want to do is I want to take this off, see if I can find eggs in this box. If I can find eggs in this box, it means the queen's in here, and I want to move the queen to a new location. If there's no eggs in here, then I know they're down here, so I'll move this one to a new location. So let's get into it. What I'm going to do, look at these, all these drones. I'm going to put some smoke in the top box, and I'm going to take the lid off. It's quite tall, this hive, and the top box is pretty heavy if I remember. I got a block here that I can stand on. Let's have a look, and there's bees and there's comb in the top. I don't see any beetles. I did put a Swiffer pad on the top here, but I completely forgot to put a Swiffer pad on the top of this box. So let's just hope that there's no issues with small hive beetles. So one of these halves will not have any eggs. There's a beetle. Got that one. There is Swiffer pads up here. I don't see too many beetles up here. I'll just put this to one side. And what I'm going to do actually is take this top box off and set it to one side. And then move it. And then see if I could, because I need to get down into it and see if there's eggs in it. So that's what we'll do here. Okay, I'm going to put that to one side. On its side, let's put a little bit of smoke in the top. Okay, they know we're coming. Oh, that is so heavy. Oh, yeah. That is really heavy. I see a queen cell, or a swarm cell I should say, in the bottom of this one. This one is all stores. So I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this onto the bottom board, which I have sitting over here. I'm getting buzzed a little bit, which makes me think that this is the one that doesn't have the queen. Okay, let's move this. That's heavy. That's really heavy. So that was frames of partial drawn and stuff that was from last year. A couple of beetles there on the top of that. One dead bee. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this on top of that hive, and then I can inspect one, well, both of them possibly. Depends on It depends really on if I find eggs. Okay, so I'm going to get a top board for this. I don't need the what I've got here is the split that I've been working on. I used a double screen board between 4 boxes. I had a brood box down here. I put a box of honey and open comb here. I had another box of open comb and honey here with the divider board, the double screen board, and then I had a box of brood at the very top, separating all that brood. The queen, wherever she is probably there or in the very top box. I noticed there was a queen cell, swarm cell in that hive there, so they're planning on swarming, so I might actually do a split with them as well today into a small box. I'm not sure. Let's just see where we're going with this. One of the first things that I want to do is have a look in this hive over here and see if I can find eggs. Okay, so there's a couple of bees here. Pads. To be expected. I figured there would be. A few dead bees, unfortunately, but they do get stuck in there as well. As long as the queen doesn't get stuck in there, that's the important thing. As long as you catch beetles like this, and the beetles can't get off, they get stuck, their legs get stuck on it. Sometimes the bees do too. There you go, back in the hive. Alright, so I'll get some smoke. Now, it would be perfect if the queen is in this hive because I've moved it. I want to move the box that has the queen in it so she thinks she swarmed. One of these has a swarm cell on it that's full of nectar and honey. So there, looks like we're going to have some honey pretty soon. Because I had a whole bunch of frames that were mostly drawn and partially capped, and they've just finished them off, or finishing them off. That's a full frame of honey with a little bit of uncapped honey, nectar. They're working on that. Okay, so that's 2 frames of honey and nectar. Where did I see the swarm cell? I can't remember. I did see one. Ooh. Honey, nectar. Honey, nectar and pollen. Lots of bees. There's a little bit of crazy comb over here. There's a beetle. Come on, get over to the edge where I can crush you. Gotcha. Now we get into a frame of brood. The next frame has brood in it, which I'm expecting to find brood because there were definitely eggs in both hives. The question is, do we have eggs this time? Oh, okay, there's some queen cells here. A whole mess of queen cells right here. There's like 2 here. 1, 2 right there. And they're kind of in the middle of the frame, so they're not really swarm cells. So there is brood on here. I'm not seeing eggs. But 2 queen cells on there, so I've got to be careful with those. I don't want to damage them. A little bit of crazy comb here on top. Nice fresh wax that I can utilize. Later on I'll put that in my bucket. They seem pretty calm. Okay, what do we have here? We have brood. Brood and nectar. Just turn it over a second here. Brood and nectar and pollen. Not seeing any eggs. There's a little bit of drone brood in there. Oh, there's a swarm cell there. So, right here you can see the swarm cell. So we'll keep that in mind. We'll see how we're going to manipulate this. I'm tending to believe that this is the queenless portion now. I'm not seeing eggs. Bees are buzzing me a little bit. What is this here? Well, that might have been a queen cell, but it's a little crushed now, unfortunately. Yeah, that was a queen cell. It's possible she's okay, but I doubt it. I think I crushed that one. Okay, I gotta be super careful because and I should be writing down what I'm seeing on the top of the frame, like swarm or a queen cell. Brood on here. It looks like fairly new brood, so that's probably the eggs from the last that she laid. But I'm not seeing any fresh eggs. Plenty of brood still. This last but one frame here looks to have brood on it as well. Ooh. Yeah, it's got brood as well and honey. I don't see any eggs. There's a beetle there. Got rid of that one. Lots of pollen. Let's put this one back. Oop. Ooh. Dropped a bunch of bees off there. A little bit of drone brood along the bottom there. A little bit of worker brood on here. I don't see any eggs in there either. So I'm going to carefully as careful as I can put these back the way they came from. I think this is one that had, so this one has a swarm cell on it. I'm almost tempted to make a split with that. Because this one here has a couple of really nice queen cells on this one. Do you know what? I think I'm going to make a split with that swarm cell. So it's the third one in. I think ideally I need to find a frame of brood, fully capped brood as well, and some food to give. So I'm going to go get that. Okay, so I've made a decision, right or wrong. I'm going to give some bees and some honey. I'm going to make this here split. It's a 4-frame split with the third frame in. Ooh, if I can get it. No, this one here. And then what I'll try and do is try and knock some more bees in there. This one has a queen cell. I'm going to have to move that queen cell because it's so close to the bottom. Oh dear. So close to the bottom of the frame that I'm not sure that it would do so well. So I'm actually gonna poke it on this in the middle. And hope for the best. So there's my queen cell. I hope that it survives. And I need actually a fifth frame. What I could probably use realistically is a frame of brood. Okay, so queen cells are on this frame. See if I can knock some of these bees into this box. Take that frame out. Give them some extra bees. All right, now I got to give these girls a couple of more frames. Ooh. To fill in this gap. I will get some from the shed. Where's your top cover? Where have I put that? I'm losing my mind here. Where did I put it? Summerlin. Okay, nope, that's not it. Right over here. Gee whiz. Cover that up for a minute. Okay, I got to be pretty quick here because I could easily get robbers in this box of honey down here. So give them that frame of mostly honey. A frame of comb here that she can lay in when they get a queen. And another frame of comb when they get a queen. And that's all I'm going to give them. Okay, just push them together a bit more and put the top cover on. And now I'm going to leave these girls. I'm going to move them back to the original location though. That's the only thing I am going to do with these. I need the top cover. I need an extra top cover. So for now, I'm taking the top cover off of one of my swarm traps because I have misplaced them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to carefully upset the bees by putting this here. I guess it would be easier to do it the proper way, right? Oh, she's dragging out a dead drone. And I'm gonna pull that box forward. And then, whew. Oh, put that one where it was, kind of, sort of. Okay, so this box does not have a queen. Has queen cells. This one should have a queen. We'll have a look. We'll have a look-see. All right, so what I want to do, I believe this is the honeycomb that I added. I want to put this at the bottom and bring the brood up to the top. I think that's what I want to do. Now the bees are really confused. I'm sure of it. I am sure I'm confused. So the bees must be. Smoke. I got lots of smoke, that's for sure. So there's a good chance bees will leave this hive and go to that hive. That hive does not have a laying queen. That will increase their population, while the queen in here should continue to lay and increase her population. That's the idea behind what I'm doing anyway. No sign of beetle, so that's awesome. I'll put this to one side, the top cover. I'm going to smoke myself a little bit because I've got a guard bee on me. I'm going to smoke them down a little bit. Although having bees up top here doesn't hurt me, because this is presumably with no eggs in it or brood in it, because it was added last week or 7 days ago or so. Let me rephrase that. It was added on the 21st of April. So she could have eggs in there. There's a good chance she's got eggs in there. She may well have moved up. Now, looking underneath, I see some cups. I don't see any swarm cells up there. This box has got a lot of bees in it. So I've actually closed this box off temporarily. They've got a vent, but I've closed them off for a minute. So don't let me forget to, oh, that one just broke apart. That frame just come unglued. I don't think I've actually touched these frames this year yet, so it doesn't really surprise me. Let's see what we got here. All right. Now I can move bees wherever I want right now because they were all sharing the same pheromone, even though one side knew that it was queenless. The queen pheromone would have been there still. No, this is a bit tight to pull these out of here. That's okay. It's all right. And I'm gonna look for eggs. That's all I need to see. I'm sure, I'm confident. This is all nectar and pollen. I don't see any beetles. So that's good, that's great. Yeah, this box is pretty packed. Don't get upset with me. I'm trying to grow you guys. Make sure you don't leave this apiary. Yeah, this is a pretty full box. This is a light frame, so what's on this frame? That's a... Okay, so do I see eggs? I see larvae, lots of open larvae. That tells me the queen's been here, and I see eggs. Perfect. Okay, so there's eggs on this frame, and open larvae, and pollen. And there's a really good chance that the queen is on this frame. I don't want to keep it out too long. It's about 13 degrees right now. This side's got eggs on it too. The only thing I want to make sure is that there's no swarm cells, because that could ruin all my plans. Okay, girls. Where's my smoker gone? Ooh. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of bees in here. Whole lot of bees, and in the top box too. Maybe if I find a nice frame of brood. You know what, I'm a little bit concerned that that one swarm cell was flattened a little bit, and it might have damaged it. Oh yeah, come on. You don't like to jog these girls because they get upset. Look at that, beautiful frame of brood. Another frame of brood with some drone there and some open larvae. It's coming together, boys and girls. No swarm cells. What are you doing in there? Okay, let's move this over a little bit. Ooh. It's pretty good together. What I'm going to do though is, I think what I'm going to do is move this box to the top. There's comb here that they can draw out still. They're working on it slowly. This side's got larvae, 3, 4, 5-day-old larvae and eggs. I'm not really concerned about finding the queen because the eggs are telling me that she's definitely here somewhere. She's been here within the last couple of days anyway on this frame. That's awesome. I am looking for swarm cells. I see some drone cells. Smoke's getting in my face. Put it downwind. That's a packed box of bees. What do you say? Look at that. Yeah, that's a lot of bees. Now I was saying about moving some brood over, some capped brood, which would bring the numbers up in that little split that I've made, which only has one swarm cell in it. So, I don't know. That's a sketchy move. If I found another cell in this hive,